Hi, everyone. My name's Paul Scalzo, and I'm with Westchester Modular Homes. I'm happy to be here today. I'm here with David Dillman, who's been with the company 20 years. I'll say he's a senior sales consultant. And today's topic, we're going to talk about after the sale, which is a really interesting topic in my mind because I'll start off with this. How many of your clients that come to work with you, David, are repeat clients, or they told somebody about it, or they referred somebody, or somebody heard that somebody else had built and had a good experience? Tell me how that works.
So a lot of our clients actually come to us through referrals, through past clients, and also repeat clients, as well as we have a number of families that we've actually built for different members and different generations of the same family.
Oh. So I think that's the part after the sale that really sells modular homes. And what I mean by that is the warranty, the service, and everything after the sale that comes. So tell me, first of all, about the type of calls you get after the sale where people need some sort of service.
So the nice part is the homes all come with a 10-year structural warranty as well as a 1-year warranty on virtually everything within the home. Most of the calls are fairly minor if there's a question pertaining to any service work, but also many people who talk about the Westchester family experience almost, where once they live in a Westchester modular home that we've built for them, a lot of them refer friends or family members in because it's really become, they feel like they're part of the family.
Okay, so I move into my house. I'm in my house 60 days. Yep. I've got some things I want you to come and do. What would I be saying when I called you? What type of things?
So we actually have a warranty administrator. So you would call that person if there were some small things that needed to be taken care of. And occasionally there are a couple little items. It's a man-made product. And then the same people that actually worked on your home during the construction process are the ones that would do the service work as well. So what's nice about that is you don't have different people, different a plumber, an electrician. It's the actual same people that built your home.
So how do you get them back out? Is that in their contract, or, I mean, you have a plumber, he does the house for me. I have an issue. How do you get that plumber back?
The nice part is that the plumbers, electricians, all of the tradespeople that work for us have worked for us so long, it's never an issue to get people to come back if there's any service.
So I want to get back to the call. I want to dig down a little deeper.
Yep.
What is it that I'm calling about? I get it, there's a warranty administrator, so I have somebody to call. He'll do the scheduling. But what type of calls does the warranty administrator get? I mean, what are the issues?
Typically, some of the issues might be, most of them pertain to paint. And if there's a tiny little bit of settling, which will be much less in a modular home because it's built indoors and kiln-dried lumber is used, so there's much less shrinkage and much less in terms of settling.
One of the things I've heard about, just because I've been in the business so long, is nail pops. So on a home that's being built throughout the winter, let's say, or in the spring, and it's being rained on, and then they finally get to the sheetrock, and they're nailing the sheetrock. Tell me about nail pops. Do you get that call at all?
It's funny. You're referring to a conventionally built home, a stick-built home, and we don't get those calls because we build in the factory, and our sheetrock's actually glued to the studs. So there aren't nails on the main surfaces of the sheetrock. We do nail off around all windows and doors, but you won't get nail pops because there aren't nails holding your sheetrock to the studs.
So when we talk about settling of a home, and it's kind of a hard thing for people to understand, I think. You put in the foundation and the home actually settles. I mean, tell me what that means, settling of the home, and what would be something that would happen on the settling of a home. What would that be?
So settling would just be basically maybe a little bit of shrinkage in any of the material used, whether it be a sill plate or it has nothing to do with the foundation because the foundations are all laser shot before we set a house. So we know that the foundations are true to form and they're level. So if there's any settling at all, it might be due to a little bit of shrinkage. It's also sometimes we find, for instance, if molding or something like that has opened up a tiny bit, it may happen in the winter because somebody has a really dry house. Mm-hmm. So they might not have a humidification system on their HVAC system. But so some of it's actually seasonal.
That's a great place to go. So I built my home throughout the winter. I had my hardwood installed. Or I'll say I built it in the summer. Let me back this up. And then the winter comes and I start running the heat and everything. Do I have any issues with my hardwood flooring?
They're not issues, but it is possible that you might see it. You might get a small gap in certain places, and that's really just a matter of wood is a natural product. So as it dries, the wood will shrink. And on the flip side, if there's a ton of humidity coming in, the wood can expand.
Foundation.
Yeah.
Is there anything that I need to look for in a foundation after I build the house? I mean, you poured the foundation, you put the house on, the house is there. What about the foundation? Anything that I should be looking at?
There really isn't. As a homeowner, there's really not much you should be worried about with your foundation. When we pour the foundation, we're always looking at every aspect of it to make sure that it's true to form. We get the slabs straightened out so that they're poured consistently and even. If you're looking to have a Bilco door put in, we would do that as part of the foundation, or if you want an escape well and egress well, if you were going to finish the basement. And we're actually working on a project currently which has a full walkout basement, so we can handle that as well.
I guess where I'm headed is what about cracks? Do the foundations ever have cracks in them? I've heard of that.
So the walls generally will not have cracking, and if they do, it might be just a tiny little hairline crack, which is nothing to worry about. It's nothing structural at all. And when you pour a slab, you actually pour and set up for an expansion crack. So if there's any frost or anything else underneath the material. And
should I have that looked at if I have an expansion crack? Or
you can. You can absolutely do that. We stand behind everything with it, and we'd be happy to. If you have questions, we always encourage our clients to call rather than let their thoughts fester.
So on a foundation, and you're putting a modular home on it, and this is just my thought process, it would seem to me the foundation would have to be perfect.
Yeah.
Because what you're doing a pre-built home in a factory that's being put out. So you make sure that the foundation is perfect?
We do. What's nice with the foundation is our plans are exact, and you're correct, Paul, in that the houses come out and they might be 31 foot 2 inches deep or 27 foot deep. So the foundations do have to be poured not just left to right and front to back, but they also have to be square and they have to be even because all of our modulars are set, the roofs are set. So the factory builds under the premise that the foundation is going to be perfect.
Has there ever been one that isn't perfect?
There hasn't been in terms of stuff that we've poured. We go on existing foundations as well as part of our business, and those sometimes need a little bit of help in terms of getting them evened out, as well as we've done them where we've poured back walls, and but we also do ensure that they are evened out and level.
So it can be before the house comes, you're just making sure that it works and that it's perfect.
Correct. We check prior to the house coming, and we also check the day of the house set as well.
Okay, just a couple minutes ago, you said a 10-year structural warranty comes with each house and every house that you sell. That's interesting to me. When I sell my house, does the warranty go with it? Can I give it to the next consumer? What exactly does it cover?
It's a very good question, Paul. The 10-year structural warranty is actually an insurance policy that is run through a company called 210 Home Buyers, which is a national company. and we are the only platinum builder in the area with 210 home buyers. Every Westchester modular home comes with that warranty, and it truly covers all the structural components of the home.
When I go to sell the home, is it something I can advertise?
You can transfer the structural warranty on the home. There's a 1-year builder warranty on the home as well, but the 10-year structural warranty is transferable, and it travels with the home.
Are there any other warranties that come, foundation or anything like that with the houses?
Not with the foundation, but in terms of Anderson Windows, they have a warranty. We use Owens Corning and Certainteed for materials for siding and roofing. All of those companies hold their own warranties as well. So some of those manufacturers go out beyond the 10-year structural warranty that we offer.
How about water? Any ever have water, basement?
Water is always a concern for clients, is they want to have a dry basement. So when we're excavating for the foundation, if we hit a water table, then there's water remediation companies that come in and can help in terms of addressing that. And also when we do houses in floodplains, there's flood vents for them so that it stops the water from accumulating.
And so David, you put the foundation in, I just want to make sure it's dry.
Right.
Is there any type of warranty from the foundation companies or from Westchester, there's not going to be any water going into my basement?
There's actually a horizontal water penetration clause in the insurance. It's in essence an insurance policy that helps protect and acts as a warranty for water penetration coming in from the side of your foundation.
So let me ask this question. Is there any other warranties that you can think of besides the manufacturer, the horizontal warranty, the 210, the 10-year structural warranty, and the 1-year builder? Is there anything I'm missing?
The only thing, as I had mentioned earlier, are a lot of the materials utilized. So Merillat Cabinets, which is the cabinet manufacturer we utilize, they have their own warranty as well. And those manufacturers all honor their warranties throughout the duration.
All right, so I know I'm going to kind of hit you with a tough question, kind of surprise you with this question, okay? But it's just in the back of my mind. I just thought of it. What's the worst service call that you have gotten in your 20 years of being in business? Can you think of one?
I can.
Uh-oh.
I can.
Am I in trouble asking this?
It was a service call, but the irony was it wasn't a finished house. It was actually during construction.
Oh.
And a storm came through that actually the rain was not coming down. It was going sideways. And the houses are weather tight the day of the house set. The roof is weather tight, but the rain was coming sideways and actually had come in through the gap between the first and second floor, which is not a gap, but that also gets sealed up. And if the rain had been coming down directly from the sky, it wouldn't have bothered anything.
All right, how much damage?
There was a little bit of damage. We ended up having to take down some sheetrock and some insulation that had gotten wet in the process. And but as soon as we were made aware of it, our crew went out and did that and made any necessary repairs.
Okay. So this is an after the sale conversation we're having. So service-wise, you guys we're in pretty good shape. We don't really have anything that is an extreme issue. It always seems to get finished.
Correct.
And people call you. Now, let's just go one little step further. Modular homes have the reputation of being extremely tight, extremely energy conscious. I'll use that. Mm-hmm. Do you ever get any calls where people call and say, hey, my electric bill's cheaper, my heating bill's cheaper? I mean, what are you guys putting into the systems that may be on the cuff of being, very being something that's brand new that other builders may not have? Let me say it that way.
So Westchester Modular does a great job with insulating the homes, so they are inherently very, very tight, to the point we actually, in order to get a certificate of occupancy, we do blower door testing, And so it ensures that the house is truly a tight home. The mechanical systems that we utilize now for heating and cooling are all modern, state-of-the-art. Most of our clients are utilizing gas in terms of firing all of their heating systems, but we also do geothermal, and all of the houses come solar ready as well.
Okay. And solar, has that been a big demand as of yet?
It hasn't been a really big demand. The question comes up periodically. It has not been a huge demand yet. I believe it's coming, and all of our houses are solar ready in terms of there's a pipe, even our plans show where the solar panels would be located on the roof if you elected to do that.
So I can't think of anything else to ask you right now, David, but I really appreciate your time. I know you're very busy. I was fortunate to get David here. I pulled him out of a meeting, and I really appreciate your insight and being able to let people know, like after the sale, what the expectations would be, because I know you work on a lot of referrals. So thank you very much
Great.
for coming
Thanks,
today.
Paul.